Hello everyone, GadgetGirlKylie here and welcome to a channel update video. So first of all, I'm recording this using my iPad Pro, so I apologise about the commentary quality. It's actually a pretty good microphone, but it brings me on to my next point, why I'm not recording this using my PC, because my PC is broken. So I'm just going to go through a short explanation for those of you who just want the gist of it, and then I'll go into more details later on this voice recording. So basically I can't access Windows, which means I cannot create or render videos and upload them onto YouTube. So for the videos that I've got available right now that are scheduled to go live, the last Monster Hunter standalone episode is episode 12, which will go live on the 1st of August. For Eater Ressurection, the last episode is episode 14, which will go live on July 26th. The last Digimon episode is 119, which is July 25th. And the last episode of Trillion is episode 87, which is going to go live on July 30th. So the issues with my computer started on Monday the 18th. Obviously I got in touch with Scan because the machine is under warranty and the machine is going to be picked up on Monday the 25th. Now I have no idea how long it's going to take. Obviously there might be a bit of a waiting list. They have to look for the problem, and then Scan usually do a 24-hour stress test as well on top of that. So I could potentially be without a computer for 7 days. So what I'm saying, guys, is some scheduled content will probably run out before I get my computer back and have access to be able to create new content on my channel. So that really sucks. So I just want to apologise about that, but that's the gist of it. So now I'm going to go into the longer explanation about all the problems and all the things I have tried to try and get new content up. So if you want the full explanation, then stick around, but otherwise feel free to click away now. So, like I said, the issues started on Monday the 18th. I was due to go to my boyfriend's house. I pressed shutdown on my computer and then it ended up going into a random restart loop. It did it about 6 times before it finally shut down. Because I was basically going out the door and heading to my boyfriend's house, I didn't have time to sort anything out there and then, so I just left it, went to my boyfriend's house and had a good time. So I then came back on the following Thursday, and that day, most of you will know, I did a live stream with Sean and Tim. We all played in my bedroom. We were playing Monster Hunter Generations. And we had no issues. The computer ran fine all day. I didn't have any crashes or anything like that. The computer started up a-okay. It wasn't until Sean and Tim left that I realised my computer was running pretty cool while rendering videos. I mean, normally when rendering, my cores get up to around 70 or 68 on my machine. And for some reason, they were all running at 44. And it was then that I noticed that my overclock had gone. So usually my computer overclocks itself to 4.2 automatically when I'm rendering. And the stock clock, I believe, is 3.2. So it was just running at 3.2 when rendering and at all times. So I thought, what the heck? My overclock's gone. So I then went to shut down my machine later on that day, and it went through another restart loop of about 6 or 7 times. Actually, that time, to make it stop, I had to hold in the power button to make it turn off properly. And it was too late to do anything then. It was about 11:30 at night, so I went to bed. And then the following day was the Friday, which was actually my brother's birthday, so this was really shit for him, but I'm really grateful for him trying to help me out and spending the time to look at my machine. He's helped me out a lot with my computers because I know basic stuff. I'm no tech whiz when it comes to PCs and stuff like that. He knows a lot more than me. He's built machines, he's built his own machine, he's built quite a few machines actually. So he came in to look at it, and we could not get into Windows whatsoever, which obviously is an issue because it means I can't access anything on my machine. So we tried a few things together and he could not get it working. And it was at that stage that he said, look, you know, there's something seriously wrong with your computer. You've had a lot of issues in a short space of time, and I just think that there's something that's gone seriously wrong in the BIOS, or some kind of memory failure or something like that. So because my machine isn't even a year old, I do have warranty with Scan, which is where I bought the major parts from. So I contacted Scan and got on a live chat with the guy there. I think his name was James. And he went through some pretty basic stuff to try, you know, probably checklist stuff. He's just doing his job. Most of the things we'd already tried ourselves, and nothing worked. We could not get into Windows. Every time we got the Windows logo, the computer would just make a clicking noise. It would turn off and then it would turn on again, and it would go in this loop. And sometimes it took quite a few restarts before it would even give us access to the BIOS as well, which is a little bit alarming. We tried to do a Windows repair, so Windows startup repair, and it wasn't having any of that. It wouldn't let us load into Windows from the Windows disk itself. Every time it restarted, it would quite often delete my profiles on my BIOS. So it completely removed my overclock or any profiles that I had saved. So it would completely wipe it. So after talking with the guy over at Scan, I do feel like he was trying to maybe fob us off a little bit by saying it could potentially be a hard drive failure. Which I know it's not a hard drive failure, okay? Because 2 months ago I had issues with this machine as well, and back then we thought it was a hard drive failure issue of my SSD. Now, I got a refund for that SSD and I replaced it with a new one, and that's only 2 months old and it's brand new. So I'm pretty sure it's not the hard drive. And on top of that, another reason why I'm sure is because we hooked it up to my brother's computer and it's been working fine. So I can access that hard drive from my brother's machine and it's a-okay. We've also put my graphics card in my brother's machine and it's working perfectly fine without problems, so it's not that. So it's got to be one of the major components that I bought in the Scan bundle, so either the memory, the CPU, or the BIOS motherboard issue. So it's one of them. So I'll be shocked if they don't find a problem. But basically, because of all these issues that I've had with this machine, it has come to a head, and I just think the logical step is to send it into Scan now for them to stress test it and see if they can find a problem. So yeah, so I have no access to my PC now at all. I have no idea how long it's going to take for them to look at it, how long it's going to take for them to find an issue, if they will even find an issue, and what they will offer me if they find an issue or don't find an issue. I have no idea. So I'll have to keep you all updated on that via my Twitter, which I have been doing so far, but I just thought it was really important to do a channel update about all these issues. So just so you know, I have tried my best to be able to still create content and get videos up for you guys, but I've ran into more issues as well. So I just want to explain those so that you know that I have actually tried. So I have a really old laptop which is completely shit, which I tried using. I tried to install the modded 3DS software on it so that I can record Monster Hunter Generations, but it's not having any of that. It's refusing to work, and now it's getting blue screens. So the computer itself is completely crashing, so it's unusable basically. And that's when it's just running Skype. So if it's getting blue screens when it's just running Skype, it's not going to run OBS recording and the modded 3DS software. So it's a no-go on that. Now, I did also attempt to use my mum's tablet/laptop, which is an i7. Now, that would have been perfect. It would have worked smoothly on that if it weren't for the fact that it won't pick up the sound of Monster Hunter Generations. So if I was going to try and record Monster Hunter Generations, I'd have no sound, which obviously is an issue. And then on top of that, the other issue would be that although I would be able to run my editing and rendering software to put videos together and get them up on YouTube, I do not have access to my template information. So, you know, the settings that I would use for creating the content. I had it saved on a folder on one of my hard drives, and when we tried to hook it up to Sean's machine, basically it would clog up his machine and make it freeze. So there's that as well. So I don't have access to my editing settings. So, trust me, I've been losing my mind. This has all happened over 2 days, okay? I am so stressed right now. So there's that. And to be honest, Sean spent most of his birthday yesterday trying to help me out with this. I can't expect him to spend his day today spending ages trying to copy stuff off my mechanical hard drive, which is really slow, onto his machine so that I can get access to shit. It's just unreasonable and unrealistic. You know, most of the stuff that I need is on that mechanical hard drive and not on my SSD. There's some videos that I've got on there that I had recorded that are waiting to be rendered, like there's some Digimon stuff, there's the Monster Hunter streams that I need to break down and put into separate videos, but the rendering settings is on my mechanical hard drive, which is freezing up my brother's machine. So there we go, we can't access it anyway. So I just want to let you know that I have tried a few things, but it's not worked out quite the way I would have hoped. Now, I'm only here today, Saturday, and tomorrow, Sunday, and then the machine is being picked up Monday, and usually I go to my boyfriend's on Mondays anyways, and then I'm gone for like 3 days. So I thought that there was no point rebuilding my old computer, because I do actually still have the parts downstairs in the box, but if I'm only here today and tomorrow, then by the time I've rebuilt the machine and done all the Windows updates, which take ages, by the way, because it happened with my current PC. If you're not on Windows 10, they do not prioritize you with updates. So you have to leave your PC on, and it took about 24 hours for my machine to find the Windows updates. So if I was to rebuild that old machine, I'd have to leave it on after rebuilding it, searching for updates for about 24 hours, and then it would take about 6 or 7 hours to install all the updates and be functioning anyway. And then, like I said, I'm not even here, I'm going to my boyfriend. So what's the point in going through all that time and effort and stress to set up that machine when I don't even know if it's going to function properly? Because the reason I upgraded from that old machine is because it was running very hot when rendering videos. It was in the cores were at about 93 or 94 degrees. Now, a couple more degrees and the machine would just turn off. So I don't really see it as viable to sit through building the machine, updating the machine, and then potentially trying to render in and it switch off on me just for like 2 days that I'm home. So, I mean, I might build the machine if it ends up taking longer than expected for Scan to locate the problems with my current PC, but I'll cross that path when it comes to it later on in the week, to be honest. And like I said, I will keep you updated on Twitter. So as I say, I have tried a few things and I'm just kind of at my wit's end now, so I can't create videos, I can't put the videos together on rendering, basically, and I can't upload new content, but I should be able to record console gameplay because obviously I've got my standalone capture device, my AverMedia Game Capture HD2, and then I can use my mum's tablet PC to record my commentary, so I can still record console stuff, but I won't be able to put videos together, is what I'm saying. So this really sucks. I'm really stressed, and I apologise to those of you who were looking forward to Monster Hunter content, Eater Ressurection content, Digimon, Trillion, and stuff like that, but I simply can't do it right now. This is something that's out of my control, and I do think this has been coming to a head. I've had various problems with my machine. It feels like it's been building up to this, if I'm being honest. Like, this has just been inevitable. So I do feel like it's the best thing for me to send this machine into Scan, because what can I do with it anyway? It's essentially a paperweight. I can't access Windows. I can't get into anything on my machine. So it was just necessary. It has to be done. So my tweets on Twitter are all public. You do not need a Twitter account to stay tuned and keep up to date with this. Like I said, I will be doing regular tweets and updating you guys about what's going on and stuff like that, so you can know what to expect and know when I'm going to be making new content. So yeah, I'm just really sorry guys that this has happened, because I always pride myself on being able to stay up to date with my schedule of my content and make sure you guys are getting enough content, and this has just kind of screwed me over really. It's come at the worst possible time, because basically I made sure I was ahead of myself with other games, so that when Generations came out I could just hammer Generations and get Generations videos uploaded. But because of that, obviously I've caught up to videos of the other games, so the fact that this PC is fucked up now means that I'm going to end up running out of content. So it's kind of screwed me over really. It's happened at the worst possible time, and poor Sean, it happened on his birthday and he spent some of his birthday morning trying to help me out, so I really appreciate my brother. He's really nice. He does help me out a lot with my PC problems, which I seem to have on a regular basis, so bless him. But yeah. So that's the gist of it, guys. That's all I wanted to say. I apologise for this super long video, but I just wanted to fully explain everything, explain that I have tried a lot of things, explain the issues, and stuff like that. So yeah. So in summary, I'm going to be without a PC for probably at least 7 days or more. I'm not going to be able to upload any more content. I will put in the video description the videos that you can expect up to. So if you want to check on that. So basically, if I don't get a new PC, then there's not going to be any more content of what's listed in the description until I get access to a new machine and I'm able to render and upload, basically. So, thank you for watching, and take it easy, guys. Hopefully I don't lose my sanity.